Hi guys, and welcome to the Middle Room Workshop. Today I'm gonna be reviewing the Wowstick 1F Plus, which is a dual power electric screwdriver. I'll tell you about my experience and whether it is worth to buy. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with showing you what was in the box. This is all of it. So we got the electric screwdriver itself. We got the desktop base, a carrying box, a magnetic pad, 3 sets of bits for a total of 56 bits, an opening pry tool as well as a suction tool, a demagnetizer for the bits, a small jar with screws, and the charging cable. The electric screwdriver, it was rated by the seller for a torque of up to 3 Newton and 200 RPM. I was a little bit skeptical when I got it because, literally this device, it's the same size of a marker you can see in comparison side by side. And, I was skeptical about how such a small device can actually produce the same torque that a device like this one can produce. Okay, and yes, I was right. So it turns out to be at 0.15 Newton meter of torque, and it comes with this dual power technology whereby when you don't operate the screwdriver electrically through the piano button here, basically it self-lock. There is some kind of clutch inside. It self-lock, and then that's manually operated all the way up to 3 Newton meter. Anyway, the device has a premium feel build quality and finishing. You got this very simple piano key button to operate it, screwing and unscrewing. On the tip we got the X socket for the bits and a comfortable LED. And on the other hand we got the micro USB charging port as well as the LED indicator. You got these 3 sets of bits of decent quality, I can say, for the price tag, and each one of the bits has the bits number, the bits name engraved into it, which is a very cool thing to have. You got these 3 sets. Basically they are regular. For regular screws you got your Phillips, your slotted, and your X drivers bits. Here you got additional X torques, secure torques, and stars, and tri-wing, whatever the name of these are, and then more specialized one like square socket, triangular sockets. I think these are called spanner, and also you got some longer bit over here, to work out deeper sockets. Yeah, pretty much. It's nice, okay, and it works out pretty well for small thing. Of course, you might want to use this for when you are dismantling smartphones, or I personally use it for replacing batteries on toys, or stuff around the house, as well as dismantling smartphones or small electronic devices, and it works out just fine. Of course, you have this torque limitation whereby if you cannot unscrew it or screw it electrically, you then will just use the extra torque that that you need. You will just twist by hand. So, for instance, now I got a PH00 bit in it, and I mean this is a calculator. We can see here how it works, and yeah, it works out just fine, of course. Then now let's take an example here. This is a smartphone. Let's try to unscrew it, and yeah, the same story. It works out just fine with its own power. Of course, when you get something bigger, and this is my Measure King meter 3-in-1, here you can see. So pretty much, bear in mind, you will be able to work out screws that goes from M1 all the way to almost M2, maybe M1.8, okay, for a mid-grade steel. So, of course, looking at the head size, you will understand what kind of torque requirements to expect. In this case, this is a standard PH2 head, so you will expect not to be able to open this one just with the use of the electric motor. I can show you that. As you can see, it's not working. So what you do, you just apply your twisting, and then you're good to go. Yeah, now see, so I have to basically screw it back by hand. But I mean, apart this, you can still do the things without any problems. The magnetic pads turns out to be useful for small project, of course. For bigger project, you might want to use something more, specialized, like this one, where you have all your physical grid, where you can put your screws. But on the other hand, on the magnetic pad, you got this printed grid, which it works out just fine for small stuff. Here you see the screws that came with it. I mean, I can separate them. I can put them on the various sides, and yeah, there you go. It holds on just fine without problems, of course. So, what are the good things about it? Of course, it is compact. It is nice looking, high catching, and you got this useful carrying case or box where you can put your electric screwdriver and one set of this. You can take this with you on your backpack as you like. The other interesting thing, the base. As I said earlier, I usually keep this on my desk with a base, which is good. Well, it would have been handy to get with a base, a couple of holes here, so you can put some of the most common bits that you can use. They're actually selling something like that, but it's not going to be the base for your device. It's going to be a standalone cylinder that you put on side on it. But anyhow, it works just fine. The things that I don't like, and also the thing that would have been nice to be improved. First of all, I don't know if this is design flaw or if it is just a defect of my device. The piano key, when you're screwing, it turns out to lock in the screwing position. Now, in some cases you might want that, but really, when you're working with this kind of size of screw, it's not going to take that long that your thumb will get tired, right? So you just want to have the full control of your screwdriver. So, and it turns out to be a little bit annoying, especially when dealing in awkward position, you know. But other than that, of course, just click back and you're good to go. The other non-well designed part of the device is the other hand, where there is the charging port. It's basically a straight cut. It's sharp. It is not beveled. It is not chamfered whatsoever. And you know, when you need this extra torque, whereby you need to twist with your hand, especially when you're dealing with Phillips head, where you need actual force to avoid slippage, and then you're going to basically force this hand on your palm. And I end up cutting myself the very first day when I tried out. Well, of course, I tried out with something that you are not meant to unscrew with this one, but still, I think it would have been nice to smoothen out the edges with some kind of bevel, or I don't know, to to put something on it. Apart from this, the other thing which is a point of improvement, I believe it would have been nice. You know, you have these 3 bit sets, and basically 1.5 contains the most common bit set, and 1.5 contains specialized ones. So it would have been nice to have 2 sets containing regular and special, so that you can carry with yourself at least the regular one on your carrying case. Anyhow, this is not a big deal, and I'm thinking to improve this by modeling and 3D printing rings where I can put more things inside, and yeah, then I'm basically good to go. Other than that, as I said, it looks fine, it looks nice, it's working, it does the job, and it's a cool thing to have on your desk, especially if you work often with electronic components or these kind of things. So yes, I think it's something worth to buy. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give a thumb up and subscribe to see my future videos.